Hey, today's Town Daily Tarot just around the corner. Here's a little heads up for you. This is the overall temperature card here in this energetic weather report, and it's deep knowing. Deep knowing. It fits. We got the eclipse season right around the corner. And it will take this to get to this using deep knowing as a vehicle. I'm going to explain all this to you, Ricky. I promise. It'll be coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to this latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. You are more than welcome, whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, cross-watcher, makes no difference whatsoever. Thank you for your support. And speaking of same, please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell thing, and it will notify you every time there's a brand new read. Of course, I do a brand new read every single day, or we'll try to. I would imagine once in a while there will either be a technical issue or a life issue, and I may not get to it. But my intent is to have a brand new read for you every single day. So what separates this tarot reading from other tarot readings? Let me tell you. First of all, it's archetypal. I make sure that I read the images, okay? At the same time, I only generally use about 8 cards, sometimes 9, but the cards will let me know how many cards I should use. But generally, it's 8 cards from 4 decks because the Tao is very simple. It is very direct. It is also an energetic weather report. You're saying, what? Energetic weather? What are you talking about? Well, I read energies. I don't predict. Predicting puts you in a box. This is going to happen this way. I don't do that. I give you an energetic weather report. I tell you what's going on out there with the energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling. The things that you have to deal with all day, every day. Things are coming to you. Things are pulling away from you. Things are pushing. Things are pulling. It's life. And so if you get the energetic weather report, you know whether or not it's going to be sunny or rainy. It's going to be hot or cold or anything in between. And that's the point, to give you the power, to give you the choice to make decisions based on your life. The energy will be the same throughout the world. Everybody will be feeling it. Everybody will be experiencing it. But the way it works out depends on their lives. So that's what I'm here to do. Focus you, give you a really good energetic weather report so that you make the decisions to take charge of your life. I also do something called a hyper shuffle. I'll show you in a moment. And I try to get the read in about 10 minutes, 10, 11 minutes, something like that, maybe 12. The cards will tell me how long we need to go. But I want it to be easily addable to your life. If you have an hour and a half reading, you got to carve out a lot of time out of your life. You're too busy. But a 10-minute read? Yeah, you can do that. And that's the point. I want you to join me every day for a brand new tarot read. So now that that's the case, let me go to this, the hyper shuffle. And there you go. There is the Tao Daily Tarot, the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to the reading. Here's the overall temperature card. Remember, this is an energetic weather report, and the overall temperature says deep knowing. And the 43, that leads to a 7. 7s are very spiritual. So you have a deep knowing. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling like that for the last few days. I feel this eclipse season coming. It's going to be with the full moon, I think 26th, 27th in Sag, 5 degrees of Sag. And then a couple of weeks later, we'll get the solar eclipse. That will be at about 20 degrees of Gemini. So if you know where those positions are in your astrological chart, you'll be able to tell what areas of your life will be most directly affected. But I'm already feeling it very, very heavily, and that's not uncommon. And especially since this full moon will be a total eclipse, the solar eclipse will be a full eclipse. I mean, this is heavy-duty stuff, and it will make changes, make differences, and I think the sensitive folks are picking it up right now, and they're already kind of feeling this kind of lostness. Let's take a deeper look, a little deeper dive. Let's go to the energies of coming and going. 5 of Swords. This is what I call my bickering card. Alrighty, it's one of those things where, okay, you're in battle, or you're kind of sort of in battle. It's a hollow victory. You're sacrificing personal integrity. It's just conflict for the sake of conflict. It accomplishes nothing for anybody. It's just action with no direction. And that may be what you're doing with yourself. Right now, you're feeling those energies of this full moon, total eclipse, and the solar eclipse afterwards, and you're already getting into stuff inside your head, and you're going, God, man, if I only, oh man, and you're battling away. And sort of emphasizing this is that we're staying with the wands, and this time around, it's the Nine of Wands. Now, it's determination, it's stamina, it's courage, all of that. You're persisting, but boy, there is no joy in the battle. And I'm thinking that could be in large part because there still may be a missing piece. And I believe the eclipse season will open up things sufficiently so that maybe you'll be able to get the part or piece that you need. But right now, you're frustrated and you're exhausted. You want it to be over. Here we go to the energies now of pushing and pulling, and we got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is literally the Pope of, for lack of a better term, he is the Pope of the tarot deck. Alrighty? Sets down the rules, the regulations. It's the status quo in your life. It's other people telling you what you have to do, how you have to do it, when you have to do it. Or it could be you yourself. In this past year, we've had things change up on us so much that you may, at this point, be playing hardball with yourself, saying, doggone it, I'm going to get some sort of a system. I'm going to lock it down. I'm going to take care of business. And the harder you push, the tougher it gets. Same thing is true, by the way, if this energy is coming from without you. It is the system saying, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. That just makes it much tougher, and of course, that's what brings these two cards together. The Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. You're battling, you don't know what you're battling for, and you're exhausted with the battling that you've done. So you're not particularly happy with the results at all. And then we move to the final card in the pushing and pulling energy department, and that's the Three of Swords. This is an emotional heartbreak. There's no question. But remember, swords are thoughts, words. And so this may be very often a case of stinking thinking. You are so negative right now, you just cannot imagine a positive outcome. You would love it, but you just can't believe it. Your heart doesn't buy it. And so maybe it's time to quit listening to other people, words, swords, or maybe quit listening to yourself. Don't think so much. Feel more. That may be the big difference. Again, the eclipse, I believe, will open up the doors necessary. And speaking of feeling, let's go to the first magnifier card. It's the moon. It is reflected light. So you're able to see a lot of things, but most of what you see is not very clear. That's part of the story. And because it's not clear, you're having to use your feelings, your intuition more. But you're not sure because you're really not seeing. And sometimes trusting our intuition, our feelings, man, that's tough. That's tough. When there may be physical evidence that you can see to the contrary. But this is saying, go with what you're feeling. Dig deeper. I believe the eclipse will get you to do that. And we wrap up here with the second magnifier card, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. You know that. You can feel it. You know it has to be that way. Things cannot stay the way they've been. All righty? You're looking for some sort of normality. You're looking for some sort of order in your life. And in fact, this was the reason, as I said, for the Hierophant. You may be playing that role for yourself. You're saying, doggone it, I'm going to set up a system. I'm going to make it normal. I'm going to set up something that I can depend on. But you can't. Or if you do, you're not very happy with the results. But time is moving. Things are going forward. And the odds are they're going to move in your favor. This eclipse season is powerful. I cannot say that enough. And normally I just do one vice versa card, but today we got two, and there's a kind of a nice message there. Someone is going to offer you an apology, an act of love. Now, that may be you. After all of this stuff that I've been talking about, maybe you've been hard on yourself, and you're just going to say, look, take a break, love yourself. Or it could be somebody else coming into your life. When they do, it all comes together, whether it's with someone else or with yourself. You see this Four of Wands, 1111 card? The passion returns. The interest returns. It may not be the most exciting thing in the world for you in terms of your whole life experience, but man, it feels good. And it's going to take this act of forgiveness from someone else or yourself that will bring the 1111 card and move your life in a much more positive, joyful direction. And again, I can't stress enough that I think this is a very powerful eclipse season, starting with the full moon eclipse. It's also a super moon, so it's very close to the Earth. This is big stuff. And then the solar eclipse in Gemini, about 2 weeks after. Big, big, big stuff. So be advised, this stuff that you are feeling right now that maybe you can't even put your fingers on, you can't touch, you can't see, it's there. You know it. You have deep knowing. And because deep knowing means a deep connection, you can't ignore it. You can't run, you can't hide. Take a breath, take a break, be gentle with yourself and other people. You'll get there. Beautiful reading. 2 days in a row, I'm really picking up this heavy juju from this eclipse season, and it's going to be good, real good. So just take a deep breath. You already know. So please like, share, subscribe. I always remind you of that because it's important in helping to build this channel, and I can't build it without your help. And I love the folks who do it every single day or very often and who write comments. Thank you so much. They're very heartfelt comments, and I try to respond as quickly as I can. So that's it. Remember, I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. The next one will be tomorrow. I hope you can be with me here tomorrow. If you can't, you know I'm going to miss you. But you can easily find me since I do a brand new reading and you have the YouTube channel and everything is taken care of. But between now and the next time you and I, in a virtual way, have a chance to sit and talk tarot, blessings.